Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever one it happens to be for you. I hope you are doing well. We have got some transfer news to discuss, so let's get straight into it. So, as reported yesterday, Tell is staying at Tottenham. I know that there was a lot of people who weren't very happy about this. I know a lot of people who didn't want him to stay. It is a 35 million euros, I think about 30 million with add-ons for him to stay, and it will actually be on a 6-year deal, which that's a lot. That is a big old long contract, and he'll be here till 2031. Crazy to think. So yeah, as I say, I think that a lot of people were already expecting this. I think that a lot of people weren't happy about it. But me, I don't know. I do see something in him, and I think that he has got something about him. And I'm also of the belief that if Thomas Frank is such a great coach, as a lot of people have been saying, then obviously he'll get the best out of him, right? So I think that we'll have to wait and see what happens, of course. But I think that Thomas Frank can probably get something out of him. I just think, like I say, I feel like he had something about him. I think it was difficult times at Tottenham, and he came out, I think, with the right attitude as well. With the way that he was. He seemed to love the team. He seemed to love being at Tottenham as well. You could just tell like he had that passion straight away for Tottenham, which is really lovely to see, if I'm completely honest with you. So yeah, excuse me today, I have got a cold, so it is a bit annoying. My child decided to give me a cold. But yeah, like I say, I'm happy for him to stay. I'd like to see what he's got about him. I really do. And I think that if Thomas Frank is this fantastic manager, I want to see what he can do, because he is apparently great at with youngsters. So yeah, I think that it could be very exciting to see what he can add to the team. So the next story is about Romero and Christian Romero. This is what has been said. Christian Romero will talk to new head coach Thomas Frank in the next week to discuss about his future. Sources suggest that Christian Romero will talk to Thomas Frank before making an official decision regarding his future amid the interest from important clubs. Christian Romero is open to staying at Tottenham. However, he wants guarantees about fighting and winning trophies. He does not want to play in a club with mediocre plans, and it's not about financial reasons. Important clubs, including Atletico Madrid, have made contact with Christian Romero and offering him a project to fight and compete for trophies. Christian Romero will talk to new head coach Thomas Frank about his project plans for him and the club, ideas and transfer plans before making a deal decision. Tottenham Hotspur ideally don't want to sell Christian Romero and have offered him a contract renewal till 2030. But if Romero decides to leave, Tottenham will ask around 60 to 65 million. Atletico Madrid have the most concrete interest in Romero and are ready to offer a package worth 40 to 42 million. So, sorry, that was a bit long-winded. But yeah, so he wants to have guarantees that he's going to win trophies. So it just shows you that mid-table or finishing fourth or finishing sixth or whatever one of those people think we should be finishing is clearly not enough for him. He wants to be fighting for trophies, because I always say the game is about glory, and the glory for me is about fighting for trophies. It is about nothing else, in my humble opinion. I think that's what it is about. So it seems like Christian Romero agrees with me. If he's happy to stay, of course, I think that he is a fantastic player. He can bring the ball out from the back. He's got a wicked pass on him, and he definitely has that leadership. As I keep saying, in that final, it just shone it was shone through. So I don't think we should push him out the door, 100% not. But if he doesn't want to stay, then of course he should leave, because there's no point of holding him hostage. If he doesn't want to sign another contract, then he's got to go. We can't keep him and let him run down his contract. That would just be crazy and not get any money for him. So yeah, I would happily have him to stay. I would happy for him to stay. And yeah, I think that he's not wrong. It is about winning trophies and fighting for trophies. That's why my remit for this season for Frank would be to be as high up as possible in the table, but to push in the FA Cup and the League Cup to try and get one of those trophies, because I think that's important. I think you have to do that. The Premier League and the Champions League, I feel, is a bit out of reach, like quite a bit out of reach. But I think those other two cups are a bit more gettable. So, and they automatically get you into Europe if you win one of them. So yeah, for me, no doubt in my mind that I feel that that should be done, 100%. So yeah, let's see what he decides. Let me know what you think. Would you want to keep Romero? Would you think we should get rid of Romero anyway? Because people might think about his attitude. Personally, I don't think that he's got a bad attitude as what people make out. I don't think he's had as many red cards as what people make out. And he actually, I think discipline-wise, if you look, it isn't as bad as what people make out. And also, there's been times where other players in other teams take one for the team, and that's seen as a good thing. So I think that sometimes that Romero gets judged quite harshly. I think he does get judged really harshly in that sense. He can be a bit rash sometimes, and definitely there's times where you think he doesn't think, he gets a bit hot-headed, and there's definitely times that people have blamed him when I'm a bit like, I don't think actually that was as bad as what people make out, or it wasn't actually his fault, or I don't know, like it's a bit of a funny one. But I would personally keep him. So there we go. Let's talk about outgoings. So there's been a lot of talk about who's going to stay, who's going to go. So personally, I would say that there is quite a few that can go this season. So I think Reguilon's already gone. So we already know that one. I would get rid. I think that Bissouma is going to go. The Charleston, I think, is going to go. I think that we've got rid of Wolf, Forster and Werner have gone. So what I'm trying to say is that we can narrow down our team quite a bit. This is the first team, and I think that you can see there is quite a few players. Dane Scarlett, I think he might go. I'm going to be honest. And on loan, we've got Hill. He'll probably go. Manor Solomon apparently is going to stay, and Frank's going to look at him, so we'll see how that goes. Ashley Phillips, I think, will go. Felice will go, and I think Alfie Devine. He's going to be 21, I think, this year in August. I think his birthday is, and so I just think there's a lot of players that are actually going to be leaving the club, and that means we do need to get in some reinforcements. We don't want to be left short. So let's see what we do, because as I say, I feel that there is plenty of room for us to get players in. So if the ones that have already gone, which is Reguilon, Forster and Werner, I feel like there's going to be Bissouma, Ritchie to go, and also out of the ones that are on loan, I think that when Dane Scarlett to go, I think Hill will go, and I think that Phillips and Felice will go, as well as possibly Alfie Devine. That's 10 players, and yes, some of them are on loan, so I think we need to get some of the youngsters out on loan and replace the ones that are on loan at the moment. Hook, I think, will stay. I think that he maybe needs another loan, I think, so he might stay out on loan. I personally feel is required. But yeah, there is definitely plenty of outgoings. Is there any of those outgoings that you disagree with me about? Is there any that you agree with me about? If you don't agree, let me know why. If you agree, tell me why you think they should go. I think that those players are surplus to requirement. I don't think we need, I think that they're not going to progress us. And I think that we need to be a little bit ruthless with some of those players, the ones that are already on loan as well. Don't bring them back if we don't think they're going to be adding to our squad. So, yeah, I think that for me, there is definitely plenty of wiggle room to get new players in. But let's see what happens with this new structure of who's come in with Frank as well, what he wants. He obviously gets offered players, and then players, he gets asked, do you want this player or not, or do you want this player or this player? So let's wait and see what happens, but I would love to know your opinion. Thank you so much for joining me. Please smash that like button as it really helps. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, as again, that really does help with the algorithm and pushing the video out. Please take very good care of yourselves, and we'll speak again real soon.